Thank you, Marcel. I was reminded when you were standing up here of a time that my wife was pregnant, and I was actually in containment at OPPD's nuclear power plant. She was trying to get a hold of me to let her know she was going into labor and could not get a hold of me because of the bunker setup of containment. Ultimately, the guards tracked me down, and I'm like, I did nothing wrong. I promise I did nothing wrong. They're, no, your wife's just having a baby. You need to get out of here. So, kind of cool. Well, thank you for that great introduction. What I'm here today is to just kind of give you an overview, foundation of some of the trending associated with both your gas and water in the metropolitan utilities area. I start off by really a picture of my family, because when we talk about sustainability issues, it's pretty easy to get caught into a combination of, boy, what can the Rocky Mountain Institute do for you? Or what can the City of Omaha do for you? Or what can OPPD or what can MUD do? But sustainability practices and procedures and trending really begins with us. It starts with us, the family. In terms of who we are at MUD, we represent the 5th largest public utility here in North America continent. We have about 200,000 gas customers and about 200,000 water customers. Together there's 400,000 meters that we work with and around the metropolitan Omaha area. About 4,000 mains on both those groups totalized together. And we've been here for about a century. And we welcome those opportunities, and we look forward to serving Omaha for another century. Today I'm going to walk through about 5 minutes with each one of those bullets, give you an update on natural gas reserves, talk a little bit about natural gas efficiency. Natural gas, unlike other fossil fuels, is very efficient just in terms of its molecular makeup and also how it gets to your burner tip. Also, we'll go into gas and water trending, some of the initiatives that we're taking at MUD. And then I'm going to close by really setting a little bit of a challenge to environmental Omaha and maybe some things we should be looking at for the City of Omaha. All right, jumping right into natural gas reserves. We frequently get questions about how long do we have for natural gas? When will we run out of natural gas? And sometimes the easiest answer is, how much money do you have? Because if you've got a big pocket of money, we can find gas just about anywhere. What's been going on in the industry is we've primarily been exercising the reserves of what we call conventional. And those reserves are easy to produce, but frankly a little bit hard to find. They come out of our sands and easily processed and put together. We're now finding out that we're starting to move in more of an unconventional pyramid of reserves. So those are gas reserves that are plentiful, very large amounts of gas reserves out there, but they're now coming into more unconventional production. And so areas such as shale oil and tight sands and coal seams, a little more expensive. The first way is with emissions, whether it's carbon dioxide, nitrous oxides, sulfur dioxides, heavy metals. I think the air we breathe is a critical component. The second is we've got to get off this addiction of foreign oil. If we ever hope to be a sustainable city, if we ever hope to be a sustainable family, if we ever hope to be a sustainable country, we need to get off our addiction to foreign oil. So those are the two tenets that I really rally around when I think about priorities. So let's look at that first tenet. Of the 4 major sectors, and I'm going to say sectors are residential, commercial, and industrial and transportation. Of those 4 major sectors, which one has the highest emission of carbon dioxide? Residential, commercial, industrial, transportation. Transportation. Transportation is slightly ahead of industrial. Now, electricity generation is embedded in each one of those 3, but it's still transportation. The petrochemicals we put in our vehicles play a significant role in the amount of CO2 that we put in our environment. The second tenet, of those same four major sectors, which one is the most dependent on foreign oil? Pretty easy. Transportation by far. Absolutely by far. The other two don't even play into it. So when we look about where to put our priorities, where we look to figure out where we're putting our resource bucket, as a city of Omaha, I would really challenge you to look at the transportation sector. How are we moving? How are we putting people from point A to point B? Are we taking our bike? Are we walking, or are we taking our car? Pretty much I see roughly 50 people here. There's a pretty good chance we have about 40 cars out there. I doubt anybody took their bike. I doubt anybody walked. Who walked? Good for you guys. But the transportation sector is really something to take a hard look at. At OPPD, we have made a movement. We got a sustainable effort going into compressed natural gas. We've got a fleet of 62 compressed natural gas vehicles right now. Over the last decade, we've displaced 2.6 million pounds of carbon dioxide with that fleet of CNG vehicles. We've also displaced about 28,000 barrels of imported oil. So I close with this. In terms of sustainability initiatives, at MUD we really endorse water conservation. We strongly encourage consideration of full fuel cycle efficiencies, and to consider alternative transportation designs and fuels. And the fourth one that's not up there, make sure you bring it home. Make sure this isn't something OPPD does or MUD or the Rocky Mountain Institute. Make sure you bring it home to your family, to yourself. That's all I have. Thank you.